Too highly grown to go Hollywood.
aYo, it's the aYo show. What you got, Ronny Ally?
Oh, he let me say my own name. DJ aYo. It's me. So today we have a plethora. Is that a good? Yeah, that's a good word. Plethora.
Oh, he put out.
Talk about. So we won't. Tell you. You just go along. Just go along with this. Roll with this. Should we say? Says it's been a week since Sorry for the Wait 2 dropped.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. So sorry, I'm so sorry.
Why do you have a lisp?
I'm so sorry. That's why he's sorry for the way, nigga. Glock 40 for you think.
Okay, anyway, so Sorry for the Wait 2 dropped last Tuesday. 2 mixed reviews is what I will say. We'll get to
ain't
that.
no mix here.
I know it ain't no
Tough.
mix. This is gonna be probably one of the few shows that we're here with our private things. We'll get to the mixed reviews later, but as far as where maybe some of y'all don't know where the whole Sorry for the Wait series thing come from. Basically, what that was Carter 4. With Carter 4, it got pushed back, so he decided to put out a mixtape called Sorry for the Wait. Carter 5, we're gonna pray that it sees
Free C5.
We're gonna pray that it's free C5, free CV, or however you guys want to say it.
Still 5.
Yeah, still 5. But people. Stylistic, So, we're gonna pray that it gets freed and we get to see it, but that's why he decided to drop this mixtape. Ronny thought it was out the blue, but it wasn't out the blue. He did. It was kind of out the blue-ish, but not really.
I heard one song, I heard it was coming, but I didn't know what date.
Then he put out The Fingers Hurting. And he put like a little video out for it.
It was like a minute. And I was like, oh.
At the end of it said Sorry for the Wait Tuesday. You didn't make it to that part. When it said Sorry for the Wait Tuesday.
Yeah, I just kept on playing it back. I didn't really care.
You didn't get to the part where it said Sorry for the Wait.
When it blanked out, I really just
and then the words came up that said Sorry for the Wait
I don't like
Tuesday.
reading, bro.
And then that's why you thought it came. I mean, for you, it was like a surprise. So it worked. So, there's the why. The verses on here, I put on my Facebook, I like that Wayne is, and me and one of my coworkers was talking about this also, that he can use all these metaphors and still be funny and still be playful, and you're like, wait, did he just say what? Did he just wait? You know what I'm saying? I like that about all of his mixtapes, especially, more so on this mixtape, because it seemed like he got a little bit more into the whole being a mixtape Wayne, as y'all like to call him. And like us black folk like to say, I like when he used like the big fancy, we call them big fancy words, but they really just intelligent words and not big fancy words.
Excuse me. I didn't really see what,
he does it every night.
Not fancy words, but
they're more intelligent words than people would think.
I'm one of the people, I'm sometimes a little hard on Wayne just because I know the greatness that can be of Wayne.
But this is mixtape.
A lot of times, I'm just saying, even on mixtape Wayne, draw 3, prefix, suffix, I go back to those times and squad up tapes. Even with the draw 3, he made a lot of people believers. But with this tape, especially, I feel like he dug down to that mixtape Wayne. People say he don't do a lot, and he really he went hard. From every song, I could say, even to my least favorite song, his verses were still tough. So
I just like that he had fun.
Yeah,
I like that it sound like that he really, to know that he's going through what could to me would be a very frustrating and tough time, knowing that I'm the artist that I am. And I have to go through this, to still be able to put out a mixtape that's fun. That's what I liked about it.
I think this is gonna help revive him. Not that he was ever
in a good and a bad way.
Not that he
all
was,
press is good press.
Not that he was ever slow, but it won't he really wasn't. He always is the headliner, but he wasn't always the top.
I'll admit, and me being a super big Wayne fan, the past maybe when did he get out of jail?
2 years.
He's been out of jail for 2-3 years, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say since he's been out of jail, it's kind of been I think every
it's
artist,
slower.
Every artist, because we're not gonna talk about Kingdom Come Jay-Z. So hey, every artist has that.
Like Kingdom Come.
Right, every artist has that one not maybe one album, but that moment of their career where you like, okay.
But see, it's different for Wayne because Wayne, unlike everybody you could possibly name, Wayne went tough for like 4 or 5 years.
But that's cool.
You couldn't escape Wayne. So now that we
what
say,
goes up, must
but
come
I don't
down.
even think
and it's gonna go up again. But he didn't go all the way down.
I don't even think he never went down.
He didn't go all the way down.
He just quiet for Wayne.
He did like this, and then he did like that.
He quiet for Wayne.
He was up there. And he was
if you used to hear him everywhere,
right.
When he slows down a little bit, you don't think he slow up. Like no,
but
he just,
I will say he did say that he was slowing down.
That's cool.
So I mean, it matched, but I think that I will say what kills me about which kind of goes with the verses and stuff. Like, a lot of people claim to have hated this album, but when I would tweet a verse, put a verse up on Facebook,
tight. What that is?
That's tight. I'm like, that's the album you just bashed for like a big paragraph on Facebook.
Hey.
So we're going to save that for the aftermath, because that's definitely part of the aftermath. We're going to move on to Young Thug or Not. So funny you said to put this in the talking head. Today I just read. Well, when this came out, of course, people rehashed the whole him calling his album Carter 6. He been saying that way before we even knew there was any type of riff and Cash Money. When he said it the first time, I thought it was stupid as hell.
He calls dudes babes.
Right, I don't get anything about him. But I didn't know that of course, recently there was a little bit of back and forth on Twitter between him and Wayne because Young Thug was hosting something at Live, that's like Wayne's spot, and then Lil Wayne had his Sorry for the Way 2 party at the Versace Mansion. I did see that tweet, but I didn't know where it came from until I read it on some little blog site that he was like, go to Live for what? Come to the mansion. But that's not even it. Young Thug had the audacity to say, well, I see why Baby holding Carter 5 because you stole my style on the shit remix, and you hold on, and you ain't no real blood, and all this other irrelevant shit. First of all, you are not letting these people out here buck your head up. I'm gonna let Ronny go into a little bit more, but I'm gonna say my little quickness because Ronny definitely has a definite, even though I feel the same way Ronny is, but he can explain it way better than me. First of all, yeah, Young Thug, because you just started rapping. Because Wayne started rapping yesterday and you've been rapping. Yeah, everybody. Because Wayne ain't never, his voice never made it out of puberty. So he's always had a light voice. Even anytime he's having fun and he's doing anything that's animated, he has an animated voice. And for, like you said with the verses and later on the beat selection, most of the songs, he just did it how the actual song was. So I don't really understand it. But I'll let, Ronny take it from here as far as the Young Thug or nah.
First of all, on the third thing, we just hopped out the womb, yelling, Sue, all this, that, and the fourth. I got some folk out in California that kind of gave me the back history on Wayne's and Baby's blood affiliation. People don't like it or not, but it's real. So they can really
they do that.
They can do that.
Have you never watched what is that Gangland? They
Yeah.
do that. They really do that.
They
Yeah.
don't have no problem. So for people
dislike, it's round. That's real.
I mean, people dislike celebrities, gang affiliation. It's a part.
It's more of a protection thing.
It's a part of the culture. It's a protection thing.
Yeah.
That is what it is. Secondly, I've been following Wayne. Anybody from in Louisiana, even New Orleans, like especially New Orleans, you've been following Wayne's career since forever. It's a different change between 2 and 3. We're talking about Carter 3 and Carter 2. His voice with songs like, with T-Pain, You Got Money, his voice inflection went higher. Songs like Mrs. Officer, his voice got distinctively higher sometimes. Because even with 500 Degrees, two or three cities back, he rapped like he had a frog in his throat.
The boy barely got out of puberty.
So,
the first album, he sounds like a child. And he was just in puberty.
It had points where he had a deeper voice, but I think as he progressed, it took on maybe more.
I think he does
less
it for
gangster.
the song. Yeah.
Well, less gangster, more rock stars,
Right.
live persona. His voice did get higher.
Right.
Now, even with Drought 3, you saw little specks of that, but with Rebirth album, Sorry for the Wait. The first one, No Ceilings. Carter 4, you see the voice inflection that we see now on this mixtape, Sorry for the Way 2.
Right.
And that was all predating Young Thug. Like, I see that Young Thug may be popping right now, and that's, his sort of quote.
But you know what, though? That does go back to you saying Wayne slowing down. This is what happens when you slow down and somebody else comes in and the general public sees it as, oh well,
hey,
Young Thug been doing this, and then you have somebody like Baby that's sitting there doing this with Young Thug, like pushing him forward, so it automatically is going to make people think that, okay, well, he's trying to be like him. When in actuality, before Young Thug said this, he said, I can't remember what the interview was, but he said he got a lot of his style from Wayne. So who really is copying off of who if you're going to say the whole
like
thing?
This. In rap, especially in rap by genre, we forget like yesterday and yesteryear. It's a lot of rappers that came in on the shoulders of other rappers.
Right.
I.e. Nicki Minaj, Lil' Kim.
Right.
I.e. Fonte from Lil Brother, Drake style with the singing. It's like a lot of people that stand on the shoulders of other people, which is cool. You can be inspired, but don't bite. And even more importantly,
if you bite, this is my thing.
He's a rapper. Don't shun the person you got your style from. You can't do that. You can acknowledge, give props, but do not shun the nigga that made you or influenced you to connect.
And I'm not even gonna say. This is what I will say. I don't think it's a Wayne trying to be Young Thug, because we're gonna go to the beat selection thing. If you look at the beats that he picked and the songs that he did, some people say yes, Wayne will take a beat and make a completely different song and keep it his. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And sometimes he just decides to keep it as not the same song as far as like content wise or the same type of song, but the rhythm will be the same or it's the same as you. Because with the Fingers Hurting, if you listen to Maneuvering, I just did that in the mix today. It's the same. It's not the same words. It's not the same content. It's not the same subject. But the way he's saying, the way that I Love McConan saying is the same. So could you say that he's trying to be I Love McConan now?
And I'm gonna watch this. She sees a DJ. I'm a rapper. We're gonna have two different opinions. Most of the time on Wayne's tapes like this, I don't even know the original song. Right. Like Maneuvering, I don't really listen to I Love McConan. I don't know. Some other beats on there, I don't know. So when I hear that, I hear Wayne, like when I hear the other song, like, oh, okay, he might have, picked that up
for a fact, like Drunk Love,
Wayne is definitely infamous for taking people's songs and rapping on it and making people forget about the original. I.e. Mike Jones. Do you remember how Mike Jones' song went?
I still don't know. I never knew it, and after he made his,
I know.
I didn't want to know.
Never see Mr. Jones, Mike Jones.
That's that song. Oh my God!
Yeah. It's like certain songs like. We only know
I feel like he ended Mike Jones' career.
He didn't. Mike Jones just really slowed down label issues or whatever.
After that was all bad.
But Wayne does that to everybody. It's kind of like what Wayne does. It's really hard to like to miss that because he has the advantage. Like just like anybody that comes up.
I'm gonna talk since you're rapping, I'm a DJ. The beat selection for you. What is your
He rapped on what I wanted to hear him on. The only thing I probably wanted to hear him on was that song Snooty Wild Got, the other one.
Maybe.
Yeah, I would have loved to hear him rap on that.
I think there's a lot of beats
that would have been a definite Wayne
that he definitely didn't pick. Beat selection for me as a DJ, I love the fact that he kept a lot of the songs in the same rhythm as the other song. Because for a DJ, it made it real easy this weekend when I had the DJ on the show today when I had the DJ. It made it easy for me to just transition to his version. And if there were people in the crowd that didn't hear it, they were like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like it kind of perked their ears up on it. So I think the beat selection was great. I think that this is a DJ thing, maybe a little bit of a rapper thing too. I think the order of the beats are is definitely awesome. Like I like the way that you started off with the Coco. I think all of those are great. I saw that he was supposed to do like the Balmain Jeans thing with Kid Cudi, but I didn't see it. But also he did release Amazing Amy when it was Saturday, and that wasn't even on the original tape. So who knows? As time goes on, different ones. And I love Amazing Amy. That's gonna be like a big from a DJ standpoint. Man. It's gonna be a big. We'll play it at the end of the show.
Let me get to these.
We'll play Amazing Amy for you.
These favorite songs. But, what's your favorite song?
You can start with you first.
Well, I mean,
we always start with me. We'll start with you.
Like Jumping Like Jordan, I never heard the original song, so I don't even know.
Jumping Like Jordan.
Trap House.
Oh, I was like Jumping Like Jordan.
I mean, that's what the,
Yeah, Trap House is the only beat on there I never heard. I was like,
I don't know what Cells and Blue. I don't know what beat that was.
What?
I like Cells and Blue.
That is free. I'm gonna tell you about that because that's one of my favorites. So we'll get into Cells and Blue.
Really, Coco shit, Trap House, Cells and Blue, Used To. No Type was a kind of regression to Wayne sipping codeine, kind of like the promises.
I couldn't take No Type.
Like, that
no
was.
Type.
It could have been better.
I took No Type for the first 3 listens because I was trying to, do.
This is the whole thing.
Yeah, but after that, No Type gets skipped.
I mean, that's one of the Wayne's
one of the only ones in that
codeine singing songs, and it could have been better. It was cool, but it wasn't really dope. Fingers Hurt by far is probably my favorite, just because I like how he come on there. Like, he really went the hardest probably on the tape to me. Hot Nigga was cool. It gave me more listens to listen to Hot Nigga to really like it. Holly Weezy was dope. The Drunken Love, it was funny to me. Like, I don't know why I started laughing.
You can chime in on my Drunken Love.
Because it was funny.
Because I have something that...
It's always...
You might lose watches on for my Drunken Love.
You guessed it. It's cool. I'm naming all the songs.
You guessed it was straight because I like that now I don't have to say you guessed it. I can go, bitch, you jealous. Woo! Because I don't really like you guessed it as a song. I mean, as a DJ, I play it, but... And
Try Me, once again, I like hearing Mac Man rap. I wish he would do it more. That's up to him. I like hearing Mac Man rap ever since the G series. I like hearing Mac Man rap. I mean, I got those. When he rapped on
Okay, I'm just making sure. Okay, moving on. We don't want to digress.
Mac Man, rap a little more. If you hear me, you in the sound of my voice, hey nigga, you can rap a little bit more. We kind of enjoy
Mac Man,
rapping.
me and you gonna have a conversation about this.
Just start rapping a little bit.
When we get to my favorites, me and you have.
Throw a nigga a verse or something, just random. Let a nigga rap.
He has a song out right now.
What song?
It's called For the Freaks.
I'm gonna listen to it. I'll fuck with Mac Man. He's Negro
So
Diamond.
there's 2 songs that we're gonna have to let him listen to at the end of this show.
He's Negro Diamond. He told us that Miley Cyrus was gonna be slutted out, and he
definitely.
Hey, bro, every time Mac Man gets on a song, he lets you know something's gonna happen.
Moving down the list, because I think he's just gonna go down the list of the songs, and then we're not getting his favorites.
I like all of them.
Okay, so we're doing my favorites.
Oh yeah, Preach.
Because he played Preach. That's it.
Dreams and Nightmares was kind of underwhelming. I really wish he could have put another beat.
Dreams and Nightmares was one of those songs that he just gonna do, but it was no way you're gonna beat with.
Yeah, it's not and then it's Wayne.
Yeah.
But
it was nothing.
How Meek's
I don't care who it was. Meek, that was just one of Meek's perfect songs. He don't have that many, but that was one of them.
Yeah.
But so my favorites is I'm gonna do it because I want to save one for last. So my favorite is Trap House is definitely my favorite. Man, I was riding from the studio with John this weekend, and I looked down, I was doing 95. All because of the song. Because I was just
Shout out to Jumping Like Jordan.
Right. And I was like, when did you slow my ass down? So Trap House is my favorite.
Oh, my type. The mother hold your typos.
Used to feature Drake is my favorite because it's so funny. Because I'm like, Drake, why you sound like you feel played? First of all, let me stop. As a whole, Sorry for the Way 2 is a very good example of what happens when a New Orleans dude feels played. Because this is what you get. You get this funny, but I'm really fucking mad, and I'm gonna say all this bad stuff about you. Used to, I liked it because I like the chorus. I like the whole feel of it. I ain't been, you ain't used to having the.
Shout out to Riff Ram talking at the end. I see you, my G.
You ain't used to, being in
G.
this position. So I think that was and then it's kind of it was a good song. I like Holly Weezy. I'm not even from Holly Grove, and I love Holly Weezy. That is my song. I love Holly Weezy. I love Admit It. It's crazy enough. I don't know why.
I like that.
Admit It was funny. So I like
Chanel
Admit It.
playing the strings on there was kind of dope. I feel like that could have been a song, a bonus song.
I love Try Me because y'all don't understand. People who follow me on Twitter know my struggle with Maine. Me and Maine became friends right after the storm. It was me, him, and Spitter. We had a little weird friendship, and I loved him. Like, that was my dog. He was funny. You know, like, this was when sidekicks was popping. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you could just, you know, when you had everybody Yahoo and AOL, but you had nobody's phone number. Like, this is when that was popping. So that was like my dog. You know, that was when a club scene was popping in New Orleans, where everybody, you know, just everybody used to just have fun after the song. So when he came out with the Freestyle 101, I was like, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? And he was on different Young Money stuff. And then, I don't know, he had a rough patch. Well, I was like, who? I don't know since he was hanging around Baby. I don't know what it was. Me and him was not seeing eye to eye. Then he came out Freestyle 102 and we got back. So, you know, slowly but surely, me and Maine have been like, you know, getting back. So to hear him be Maine on Try Me, love it. Like, I love the fact that it's only pretty much as far as like the rappers on Young Money, he put Maine and Drake. We didn't really need a lot of like features. It's not that I don't like Young Money, but I felt like Sorry for the Way didn't need a lot of features. Drunk in Love, to be honest with you,
it's funny as shit.
It's not that I don't like Jay and, you know, Beyonce's version, or that I think that they're one. I don't think one is better than the other. I think that they're like Christina Milian's and Wayne's version. Oddly enough, I can relate to more because it's funny. Like Drunk in Love. The song, when you hear that title, is more of kind of the stupid shit that they saying in the song that you think would be happening. So I was like, I think it was cool that they did what they did. I don't think that they should be like how people just been like, y'all Beyonce stands. Jesus. It's like, don't touch nothing. She is not going.
Jesus.
She is not. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
So, but my ultimate favorite, man, and this is when we...
Y'all forgot to pay my bills, Beyonce, though, huh?
Right. When we taped the show last
y'all
week...
Y'all forgot the one was on Smart Guy when he was dating Jason Weaver on the show, huh?
When we finished taping the show last week and I got in the car and I pulled up the Sorry for the Wait and I was riding, I took the turn on Florida and all I had to say was, "Lil' homie, gonna be straight, lil' homie, gonna be straight." Hey, look, y'all don't understand. I was in my car like the pastor had injected the Holy Ghost in me, and then he said, "Only Young Money, no more cash, nigga." That was it. So Coco is always my favorite. I get up to Coco. I done cut a nigga off to Coco. Man. I did a lot of shit to Coco this week. That's crazy. Like, Coco is the reason why I went and had rehearsal with John this week. Coco set the tone for my set at Pascal's show. Like, niggas was in the crowd. Like,
speaking of Coco,
so I love Coco.
You got that Birdman on that.
And
show.
I like the fact that I was so wondering.
First song.
When this came out, I said, is he gonna say anything? It's just gonna be just him rapping. Is he gonna? The fact that out the gate.
If they coming for me, I'm going out like
out the
Tony.
gate. And when you say
I don't want no
one
I just
line,
want my
like,
money.
Who kept this shit together, nigga? Me, that's who? Like that right there.
When everybody
I didn't give a damn about what Wayne said on this mixtape. For you to really say that out of your mouth, whether this people say the beef is fake, whether it's fake or not, he addressed something that he hates that I say this, the elephant in the room. Like, who kept this shit together? Nigga, me, that's who. You know what I'm saying? Who was here? Me, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't have none of this. So, speaking of...
He spoke on, later in the mixtape, not on that song, but he spoke on his best investment was Young Money.
Right, and it was...
He said, I still got Barbie and Drizzy.
And he's trying to take
if it wasn't for Wayne, we all know that
none of this would be there.
Drake and Nicki Minaj wouldn't be there. You'd be missing two of the most powerful artists
not even
in the
that.
game. Right
if
now.
It wasn't for Wayne, Baby would not have this money because they're assigned to Cash Money because he found them, because he believed in them. You know what I'm saying? Baby, you just somebody that know how to, you see a window of opportunity and take advantage of it. But I don't.
And let's get this shit.
I've been told so many times that Wayne has a good ear for finding, good artists.
Not only has, I feel like
even Tiger. I mean, you can't knock Tiger.
Let's go into it even more further since you brought up Baby.
Speaking of Baby, Baby, you're mad, stay mad, bitch.
I feel as though the reason why other albums and other artists that were signed to Young Money never came out was because of how Baby operated. Right. I feel as though like a lot of artists was talented on that. Say what you want.
Chanel is super fucking talented.
Yeah, Jay Mills had bars.
Jay Mills I have been a huge Jay Mills fan and have played Jay Mills had singles with Chris Brown when Chris Brown was at his height, and you telling me he can't come out with something?
I mean, everybody on the Short Dog, he's rumored to have been ghostwriting for a lot of different people for a long time.
Right.
Even
and he's a good artist. Even Lil Chucky was
good. Lil Chucky and Twist. Like they had their pocket for what they do, but I feel as though it's always mismanagement. If the management is not good, the employees are not going to flourish.
That's very much being seen with how the pink print is being handled.
So I mean, I feel as though if Young Money, if Wayne would have just did all this under Young Money, no Cash Money, things would probably be a lot different for all Young Money artists. They wouldn't have left.
So in the blogs and the little different media outlets, Baby, I don't know what his exact words is. They just say that, it's been word that Baby is upset about the things that Wayne has said on the mixtape. Which, I mean, it's to be expected, but you mad? Stay mad. Like what's the little meme? Are you mad? Put a cape around you? Now you're super mad. Because that's really what that's what Wayne did with this Surf of the Way. Are you mad now? Truth. Now you're super mad. I mean, first of all, when this first happened, Taz tried to do the little politically correct thing. No, everything's okay, nothing's wrong. And the same day, Wayne said, I don't know what he's talking about, I want off this label. So, and you should know he wasn't going to hold his tongue. And for you to have the audacity to be mad at somebody because they have been loyal to you and they have to go through this to put out music to stay relevant, to keep people, interested in what they're saying outside of you being beefing with Baby. Because we're gonna be interested in Wayne because this is like a huge breakup. You know what I'm saying? This is just as big as Jay and Dane. So of course we're gonna stay interested in Wayne on the sense of what's going on with the breakup, but I have to keep people interested in me musically by putting out this mixtape. You know what I'm saying? And Wayne, I tell people all the time, if you're looking for Wayne, if you were looking for Surf for the Way 2 to be codified, you're crazy. He's never going to give you a free album. Drake may do that. Nicki may do that. The type of mixtapes that you feel like, oh, this was a free album. He ain't about to do that.
And look,
it's not going to happen.
The aftermath of this would be, Wayne right now is trying to take Baby to court for $8 million
it was 30,
for an advance. How you
don't give nobody advance? Like, you're supposed to give your artist the advance. That's crazy.
And it's probably rumored. Well, it's a rumor. I heard this from somebody that's affiliated with them. I'm not sure how true it is. Wayne only has a couple more albums in his contract, so I think the thing was Wayne was trying to pump out as many albums as fast as possible. Because if you kind of watch it,
so Wayne has dropped. Wayne dropped. Nicki though.
Wayne has dropped.
Nicki cool on like her 5th album. Yeah. Or like 4th album. She's 6. She only got 6.
Wayne has definitely dropped like 3 albums in the past 2 years.
Nicki
Rebirth too. And Carter 5 and I Am Human.
And you know why I can believe that? Because when I got I'm Not a Human Being 2, I remember telling Taz, I remember texting him, I wasn't ready for this. He was like, man.
Trying to push
he was like, this the one time Wayne. Normally Wayne gives him if they're gonna do 12 songs, maybe he gets extra, so he could tell them take this out. He was like, I got the set amount of songs at the right time. There was no cutting the fat. So I mean, I can believe that because
want to make Carter 5 a double album.
I'm gonna tell you why I can believe that because
and the DOA album after that.
Because Nicki has the first what is it? I never know the name of her stuff.
Pink Friday.
She got the first Pink Friday. She did the Pink Friday Reloaded. She did the Pink Friday, the next one, and then she did the Roman Reloaded, and now she's on a Pink Print. So
that's 5. Right?
She's on 4. So I mean, all she had to do is do another Reloaded. She on 5. One more 6, she out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many Drake got.
She probably already.
But Drake, I ain't gonna lie, Drake put out 3 real quick too though.
Yeah, but see,
and he had the EP.
The difference is with Drake shares, he cuts his with Rap a Lot with Jay Prince as well.
So he probably don't really care anything. For him, I think for Drake, it's more of a tour type of thing. He just makes his money on that bag. Yeah. But I think the aftermath of this is, I'm going to lump it with the fact that what's going to happen with Sorry for the Way 2, and the people probably don't remember for Sorry for the Way 1 because y'all all like it now. When Surf for the Way 1 come, the exact same thing that happened when this came out was the exact same thing when the first one came out. Everybody hated it. It was whack. Wayne fell off. I ain't blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop. But as a DJ in the club, I can literally run the entire Surf for the Way 1 and ain't nobody going to tell me nothing. So I feel like people go into these mixtapes with Wayne with this, I think a lot of people really thought that this was going to be like a Carter 5 free album type of thing. This is Sorry for the Way 2. This is, I'm about to get a bunch of beats. I'm about to rap on these bitches. I'm about to have fun. Here you go. Wait.
It's definitely...
it's what it is. Sorry for the wait. Here's some music.
It's definitely an appetizer. It wasn't meant to be the full course. It wasn't meant to be Thanksgiving. It was meant to be that little bread, butter roll your mama give you. Say, hey, take your ass in the kitchen and wait till your shit done.
Right. Eat that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know when you get that brown bread at Outback with the butter? That's what this is.
Or that onion wheel. That nasty ass shit.
Right, that's what this is.
That shit you gotta look at.
So,
and I'm black. I love brown, but brown bread, I was like, seriously,
that brown
shit?
bread, they put that
it's
in the
good.
store. I'm gonna have I'm gonna be fat because I'm gonna eat that bread every day.
But we're gonna look forward to that.
Sorry for the wait too. aYo show is a stamp of approval from me and Ronny Ally for different reasons, but it's still a stamp of approval. I am still waiting for Freeze Carter 5. I believe, I believe Wayne. Like it's gonna, I don't want to say classic, but I think that it's I can tell from the songs like Duce and even Off Day, and the different songs, even though they weren't pushed well or they weren't really, some of them weren't, like Duce is not a single, but Duce alone lets me know that if you are in the studio recording that type of stuff, which is kind of sort of sorry for the way it is, I like Duce.
Look, for C5,
I think it's going to be good.
I'm an idealist. My favorite Carter
I actually like
is
C4.
C1,
it ain't my favorite.
the first one. And I would like for him to go.
C2 is probably my favorite.
No, that's a whole different story. That might be next week. The difference between C1 and C2, because that's a common debate within Louisiana.
You know how I know that C2 is my favorite because that's the one that I know. When they go to picking songs, it'll be on C2.
We're gonna say that for later, because that's a whole
argument. Better than C1. That's my personal
thing. That's another topic.
Next topic, which is never mind. Anyway, Marshawn Lynch.
That's a crush. That's a man crush every day.
Shut up.
That hood nigga from Compton that used to bag up bags.
Marshawn Lynch versus media. So at work, somebody told me, because they know that I'm in radio and stuff, and they was like, how could you like this guy? He's so disrespectful to the media. Before I even knew kind of what some of the backstory behind this whole him doing this thing to the media was, I never agreed with it. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, as a person who has to interview people, if Ronny Ally was a rapper and I had to interview him and he's stonewalling me, I'm going to cut the interview. I'm never going to ask the interview again unless Ronny Ally comes to me and say, I want to be interviewed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to keep pushing the issue. I understand that.
Sports is different, though.
But, and I understand that sports things happen and you want to talk to the guy that made the big play and stuff like that. But as I've been reading more up into this, I think Marshawn's issue, because I even started following him on Twitter and Instagram and stuff just to see, what he tweets about and things, how he is or whatever. And I think for him, it's not more so of I don't want to talk to you guys. It's more so of I work for this organization, and because I'm deemed the star player, I have to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Now let's look at it this way. I play football, and I'm what is he, a running back? I don't know.
Yeah,
that's sad. I just like
halfback, running back.
Yeah, that. Yeah. So I'm good at what I do. Of course, I'm gonna want to be good at what I do because I get paid millions of dollars, and I want to give these people their money's worth. Right. Of course, I want to be good at what I do because, as anybody who's in sports, you're competitive and you want to win the top prize, which for them is the Super Bowl. So if me being good is going to get my team to the Super Bowl, fine. On the back end, now I have to deal with all of this press and stuff. Okay, fine. But at the same time, you find me for grabbing my crotch, but you want to sell a picture of me grabbing my crotch. You know what I'm saying? You find me for grabbing my crotch, then you turn around and find me for shaking my teammates' hands. So now it's like, okay, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now you want to tell me that I have to talk to the media, I'm going to get fined. So I think that it's basically what it's becoming now is, because even they said it on, I can't remember what show it was on ESPN, but the guy said, he was like, now it's not even Marshawn Lynch against the media, and he said it. It's not like he even has a problem with the media. It's now Marshawn Lynch versus NFL, and you making me do this.
Let me say it like this. For one, there are rules at your job when you sign a contract to work somewhere. Protocol. If you don't show up on time for work, they're going to fire you. With that being said, the protocol in his contract is to talk to media. Now, he has to talk to media, but they don't say how he should conduct himself. They have to say, right. So he don't have to give 80,000 words. He could just do what he did and say, I'm thankful. He has been doing. I'm thankful. I'm thankful. Right. Which is cool with me personally. If you got to find ways to beat it, then beat it. Two, it's more so not about exercising him. It's about if you let one guy get away with it, everybody's going to do it. Because everybody, it's a job.
I don't think they all want to talk to the media.
At the job you have, everybody not going to want to talk. Everybody not going to want to comply with rules. There's some things that you find that your job is stupid and has no meaning, but you have to do it anyway. And the third thing, Colin Coher, one of my favorite anchors on ESPN. He has a radio podcast. He spoke the real. He, unlike Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith kind of let me down a little bit, but I expected him to say what he said. But
at this point, I expect him. I don't even respect him to really say nothing off the cuff. No
Colin said the most profound thing anyone has said about this, which was there are a lot of people. After a loss, why would you want to put a microphone in the
Right,
guys?
that's what I said.
Nobody wants to
even
really
after
talk.
win sometimes. I might not want to talk
if
about
I'm disappointed, I don't even want to talk about it.
Right after.
Two, it's other people. If one guy doesn't want to talk, he said I've been covering the locker room for 10 years before I got this show.
Right.
It's one guy doesn't want to talk. There's a lot of people that
Richard Sherman has no problem talking.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that want to talk.
Right.
Another thing is that, okay, he doesn't want to talk. That's fine. Well, he doesn't. The NFL, you can use yourself as a platform to make yourself bigger than what you are after sports.
Right.
Charles Barkley have done it. The great ones have done it. He ran down countless amount of people that have done this. Richard Sherman has done this. He brought up examples of people who didn't and people who were mean to the media, and now they couldn't really use that as a platform or anything to further their career after football.
We don't know what his plans is or what he does outside
cool.
of not talking to the media to say that this is what he needs,
but
he doesn't want to do it.
But I understand that. But Colin brought up a good point is how many guys that really utilize the media, they always be successful. For those, not all, but most of those who shun the media just had a bad thing with it. I will say this.
They
out. They
and
out their money. They spend their money and
I work in an industry where there are a lot of things within the industry that I work in that this is what I signed up for that I don't agree with, that I don't want to do. There are things that I
want to ask
about
some stuff.
There are things that right now that my bosses want me to go and do, and I'm like, I'm out there every day. I know what these people don't want me to say to them. You know what I'm saying? But I say it because that's what they want me to say. I'm almost like a Marshawn Lynch. 99.9% of the time, I don't say it or do it the way that they want me to do it. But okay, you said do it, so I did it. You know what I'm saying? I think that what's happening is, like he said when he did a thankful thing. Okay, y'all doing this again? So we're gonna do this again. It's not even that he does it and don't warn you. Today at his media day, when he sat down, he said, "I'm just here so I don't get fined." So every time, and then he proceeded to say, every time you ask me a question, I'm going to answer it with, "I'm just here so I don't get fined." You can see these people are really asking him questions. I can see if this was the first time. He's done this too many times. Once you set in, and then he must have set a timer or something on his phone because he must have to stay there for X amount of time. So once it got to the minimum time, he was like, time up and got up. My thing is, I think that for him, I think that in the beginning, not saying let him get away with it, but had it may have not been made, I guess it's like a double-edged sword type of thing. Like he does it so it makes it a big deal. So now it becomes more of an entertainment thing, which is kind of like, our next thing of it, is it funny or not? It's definitely funny. And on the same instance, I do agree with people when they say that it's sad that he does it because it kind of makes him come across as this ignorant person. And when I started following him on Twitter and stuff, I'm like, dang, he's taking advantage of his beast mode thing. He knows how to brand himself. But if you just saw him from that, you would think he's somebody that just run the ball, don't give a damn, and don't care.
One thing, it might be a ploy for more attention. Nobody said that. Two, on a deeper level, and I mean to say this with all sincerity, Coach Popovich from the Spurs and Bill Belichick are like one of the same. Coach for the Patriots.
Right.
They give little or no explanation. Questions and answer the questions.
It's not about to be a race car, but it is what it is.
But when they do it,
it's fine.
Just like most times when black men in society, we can't afford. We have to either smile a whole lot. We cannot be mean because we're threatening. I don't think you being too deep. We're threatening when we don't smile. Right. We're not inviting. They want you to smile, and that's threatening. But when a coach, white, it has to be said when somebody of another color,
they do it.
It's like it's character, it's their bravado, it's their personality. But when Richard Sherman refuses to answer or gives little or no answer to his questions, just like Bill Belichick and Greg Popovich does it, it's a problem. Why is it a problem? Maybe because it's an athlete thing and not a coach.
But it doesn't matter because they're all supposed to be able to be required to speak to this media, so it should be the same. But my thing about what I think I love about what's happening now is, if y'all don't know, he has out I guess it's like a Skittles commercial where he's actually having a freaking, because apparently he has a love affair with Skittles, but like he's doing it like a freaking press conference, and they actually ask him like, it's not like in-depth football questions, but they ask him questions and he answers them, and you get to see this different side of him. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
And he's being funny.
Really?
And so when I saw that, I was like, I love him even more because it doesn't. Now I see, okay, this is about you, like you said. You know, if I feel like he should be able to give these short answers, and it should be done with. But I think that because his short answers are short answers, and then he just keeps repeating them. Like, he ain't gonna give you no other answer. He gonna come with one phrase, and that's gonna be the whole interview. And I told the guy said, so you don't think it's on it? I said, let me say, if it was me and I was sent into the locker room, I wouldn't even go to him. I would go to somebody else. But like the guy said, there's a bunch of people that I wouldn't even go and deal with that.
The media does things to make things bigger than what they are. I feel like it's the media's fault for making it such a big deal. Because if you know this guy doesn't want to talk, why are you going to him? Why are you making a big deal about him not saying nothing? Now, when he curses somebody out,
then it's going to be an even bigger thing. Oh, my God. He did. So, moving on to our...
Don't poke the tiger.
So, basically, I'm team Marshawn Lynch. I mean, whatever he does, he does. I mean, and at the end of the day, like I told somebody, I said, his team can't really be upset at him because he produces. Yeah, so he does this, and it's not like he's not on the field making it happen.
I'm all for Marshawn, but you gotta follow the rules. If you find a way to follow the rules,
he's following them. I mean, whether you like it or not, he is following the rules.
Get it done, then go ahead and done. First of all, we're gonna do Super Bowl picks. I think, but me and her gonna pick the same people.
I'm going with the Seahawks. Let me say what I don't like about this particular Super Bowl. This whole Deflategate, stupid, whatever, I'm not even going to say.
It's very, it's really tight.
Yeah, I mean, it's dumb and stupid or whatever you want to say, but,
it's really tight.
I feel like the Seahawks are like the freaking Saints. Like, are you kidding me that I see a lot of people, even just people, I see different, like, you know, analysts and stuff like this are really like, okay, it's the Patriots all together. They don't have no chance at all. And I'm like, they actually are the fucking reigning Super Bowl champions. You know what I'm saying? It's almost, to me, I feel like they're not really getting a lot of respect. And because even when the season was going on, I'm one of those people where I'm not a huge football fan. I was born into being a Saints fan. I'm come from one of them families. That's what I was born into. So as far as the football side of things, I've always just, always watched the Saints, and every now and then I might find a play I think is cute or some shit, and I might like his team or whatever. But I think that for the Seahawks, it's like, even during the season, I didn't hear a lot about them. So I was like, dang, they fell off, and then when I see they in a damn playoffs, and then they Super Bowl bound, it's like crazy. So I'm going to Seahawks because I have been picking them, and they have won every game in the playoffs that they have played. So I'm going with my picks on that end. Every time I pick them, they won. I'm picking them again. I feel like they got a good team chemistry. I feel like they got a chance. I mean, I don't think they're gonna give.
I'm going with the Seahawks simply because a couple of reasons why. Seahawks have a good defense. I love the Legion of Boom. I like Russell Wilson, his attitude. He's a dope person.
Yeah, I love him.
Good individual.
You don't like Russell Wilson.
You like seeing people like
Russell Wilson.
you like seeing people like him win.
Right. You want him to win.
I kind of want Marshawn Lynch to win because of all this added media attention, as well as I'm Richard, but I'm not a Patriot fan. I dislike them. I strongly do because I feel like
Deflategate was
the ESPN and the Wild World Leader Sports, for lack of better terms, dick rides the fuck out of the Patriots.
Right, and it kills me.
And the Broncos because of Manning and Brady. And I just really don't like it because I feel like you overhype it for a lot of reasons. Yeah, okay, they're a good team or whatever like this, but there are plenty of other good teams.
Right.
I feel
the
like
Seahawks being
and another thing is they dick ride them so much. It's like Tom Brady's the single reason why the Patriots are winning. It's two sides of the field. Like the quarterback is a quarterback.
He has to throw the ball. If there's someone to throw the ball,
like,
there
you don't. They don't say this about basketball. So how can you say this about a football? Sport of football is 11 people on both sides. One person does not make a difference in football.
Right, I agree.
You can make a difference in basketball, maybe one.
You may be able to say
in baseball you can make a difference in one.
The reason why these people are winning, or Derrick Rose is the reason why this team is winning.
3 or 4 people can make a difference. But football, one person doesn't make a difference. That's the ultimate team sport. The ultimate team sport.
That's a team sport. Because if he's the quarterback, if there's no one to throw the ball to, then how is he going to be the only person? So these people are doing what they have to do to get the ball to them.
Fuck the Deflategate. Them bitches was fucking cheating. Because I'm going to say it like this. Don't interrupt me because I got to spill this shit real quick.
I don't have nothing to say about this.
12 balls in a bag.
Right.
They weigh them. Referees check them before the game. They put them in the closet. They play with them. Halftime, they come back. 12 balls in the bag. 11 of the 12 have changed by 2 pounds of pressure. But the other one didn't. They said it's atmospheristic, Bill Nye the Science Guy bullshit. If all the bags is in the same condition, in the same weather conditions, all of them would have changed. Why the other one ain't changed? So 1 out of 11 out of 12.
With that one, I mean, the only
the
thing
bitches be cheating, man.
The only thing
Spygate shit, I don't forget about that shit. Bitches be cheating.
The only thing I can't say about it is, obviously, regardless of it or not, they would have won. But
no, fuck that.
I
don't know. No, because guess what? It was 17-7 before the balls deflated, and then all of a sudden they scored buku more and shut them out. I'm not saying that they weren't 20 points better than them. I don't believe the score really accurate. Hell no. No, it was 17-7. Like, I feel like the balls, who's to say, people saying the balls, who say it didn't have nothing to do with it? Who said the reason why they've been winning is because Spygate and all that shit, man.
Obama come get him and stuff.
Fuck all that.
So basically, aYo show Super Bowl pick is the Seahawks. Josh Gordon. I can't with Josh Gordon.
He has alcohol problems.
I can't with him because
he's alcoholic.
And let me tell you something. So when I went to Cleveland for my birthday, when I went to Cleveland for my birthday, I met him the first night. I got a chance to kind of hang out with him actually on my birthday. He's a cool dude. Like, I didn't even know I don't follow freaking football like that, and I definitely don't follow Cleveland. I mean, I follow Cleveland, but not their team. I mean, but, like, and I'm just like, yeah, Josh let me say how serious this problem is. Josh Gordon had a section in this club, and this wasn't like your average, like, section, roped off type of section. This was like this fire-ass club where you have a room. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, off to your side, bottles were there. And he was leaving, we were coming in, and he was like, oh, I'll stay. You know what I'm saying? I'll come in and I'll stay for a little bit. And at the time, I just thought he was suspended for the weed thing. Not thinking, you don't think, okay, he's not supposed to be drinking.
Oh, don't worry.
So it wasn't until this happened.
You ratted on him, man. Don't do that.
I don't care. He already got caught. I mean, who the hell gonna see this? So I feel like, you're a nice person, but then when I realized, what's going on
does not reflect my beliefs.
No, what I'm trying to say is, when you really sit back and realize how much of a problem you have, because even then you could have been banned. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if that next week you would have had, because that was a Saturday. That Sunday you could have had to go to the place and, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, you a young guy, you got offered an opportunity. A lot of guys get offered, and you pissing it away. For what? For some alcohol? For some weed? To party with Johnny Manziel? That's crazy to me.
But it's crazy to you. But alcoholism is a real disease.
It really is. I have a lot of family members that suffer from it.
All the time. So I feel like you can only make the same mistakes over and over again before we see that it's maybe a mental a health
It's definitely
problem.
A mental thing for him.
He might have to struggle with his demons or drugs or taking.
And when those guys are thrown into those situations of coming from like a starting from the bottom, now we here as you want to say type of situation. That's not as easy as you think it is. You know what I'm saying? Coming from nothing and having everything, everybody don't deal with it the same. And that may be his issue. Like I said on the show, we have our little prayer pot that we put people in. I was serious. Like, this is somebody that really needs, and I don't want people, when I say I can't with him, I don't mean like, ugh. I'm just like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you know, that's just the natural reaction you're gonna have about it. I really want him to get it together because, from what I understand, he actually is a good player. So I'm like, I'm not saying if he was a bad player, it wouldn't matter.
Not a good player, potential Hall of Fame type of talent.
But he's still a good, you know, he's not. He's
potential Hall of Fame.
See,
type of talent.
And that, for some people, that's
Hall
a
of
lot.
Fame
For some people, that's a lot to handle. So some people can't even handle that.
No, the football for him has nothing to do with that. I feel like the pressure of football. That's something he's been doing easily his whole life. That's
you
no
don't know
pressure.
That, though.
Yeah, but the way
you really don't know that.
Well, you know what? You're right.
You might think maybe up until this point, it may have seemed like he has easily.
But the way he handles interviews, you can tell that this is something.
Alcoholics.
No, not with alcohol being that like pressures.
Right.
Alcoholism. People don't always depend on alcohol to escape pressures and problems. It's just something they like to do that they get engulfed in, and that they just cannot stop doing. I think he's one of the latter. I think he's the latter.
He's gonna need a swift kick in the ass, and I think hopefully this is his rock bottom. He gets it together. So that's our tidbit on Josh Gordon.
Too highly grown to go Hollywood.